Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Sunday, September 7th, 2025. Yesterday, I saw a very simple one sentence post on social media that I thought might be a perfect question to put to the tarot cards, as long as we do so carefully and ask that it be free of any veiling or obscuring. I'm going to go to a screen share and show you that post, and I'll paraphrase it just to be safe. Kristen Morgan, who is known as Captain S. Morgan on social media, had this question. Are jabs a form of ritual sacrifice? At first, it almost seems like a silly question, but if we accept the fact that there are those who are adherents of evil or practices which require that sort of a ritual sacrifice, it might not be a stretch to think that there was intent to have those who have a poor outcome as a result of those products. Are those poor outcomes offered up as some sort of a ritual sacrifice or to honor something very negative? Let's see what the universe wants us to know. I'm going to switch camera, ask the universe, and we'll find out together what the answer might be. By the way, before I do, I just want to make one note, and that is that if you're not already aware of it, and I will have a link to this information for you in my video description box, the origins of the word pharmaceutical. It comes from a Greek word, pharmakias, which means a preparer of drugs, a sorcerer or wizard. So, built into the name of pharmaceutical products is a nod to possible origins or uh, actions taken by those who are especially higher up in those establishments. Let's see what the universe wants us to know, though. Okay. So, the question is, are jabs a ritual sacrifice? And especially when there has been a sad outcome as a result of them. Are those by whomever might worship or adhere to a practice that requires ritual sacrifices? Is there an understanding that those statistical um, sad outcomes are intended as a ritual sacrifice? Plus additional insights and information the universe might want us to know. Okay, our first card is the Seven of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Swords, saying there's some truth to this question already. Absolutely. The Tower is showing up for the recent past. So those days of working in the shadows and not being associated with what they tried to tell us was archaic forms of um, faith are kind of going away. In the current, we have the Six of Cups. Near future, we have the Ace of Wands. We have our hard yes, that yes, indeed. Um, the those who have a sad outcome, especially to those, there is an element that was designed to have those be considered sacrificed, ritual sacrifices. So then we have the Five of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. I'm going to get two more cards before we're done, but let's take a look at this because it's really interesting. So first of all, Big Pharma is having to be very accountable right now for their products, their research, the information they've disseminated, their aims and goals, and they haven't always been exactly clear about them. In the recent past, especially with the confirmation of RFK Jr. as Health and Human Services Secretary. Things have started to change in a big way for those establishments, despite the money they're throwing at what they perceive as problems, trying to protect their image, etc. We have the Queen of Swords that was telling us that our subject is has some validity and truth to it, absolutely going on. And in the current, we have the fact that there are those who are invested in having little ones be safe and having any protocols or remedies that are given to them be safe. So the cleanup is underway. The Tara moment has already happened for those products in that industry. We had our hard yes for the near future with the Ace of Wands. We had the Five of Wands saying that, they're pushing back, they're fighting, they're trying to lobby like crazy and throw money at problems and have it go away. And it's just not working as much as it used to because there are those who have their priorities in the right place and say, no, we need we need accountability, we need products that work, and we are not going to let our little ones be considered able to be sacrificed in any way. The two other cards I said I'd get, we have the Queen of Wands, our truth teller, and the Six of Wands, saying victory. So while those upper echelon members of that industry who adhere to faith practices that demand ritual sacrifices, their their intent is now known, absolutely, and things are going to be changing. The Queen of Wands, again, there's going to be truth continuing to come out, and the humanity is going to be coming out ahead on this. Absolutely, the victors as we continue this process of reclaiming our destiny and the potential that the human race has and was kept from for so long. So interesting information, I think. Let's recap. I read a question on social media yesterday that I thought would make an excellent tarot question, and it asked, I'm paraphrasing, are jabs a form of ritual sacrifice? And I thought, when there's an adverse ending, that seems like it might be possible, especially viewing the fact that the word pharmaceutical is derived from an ancient Greek word that talks about sorcery, witchcraft, what else? Drugs, sorcery. Yeah. So they haven't distanced themselves from those type of origins to the name and possibly, I thought, maybe to the practice. Let's find out. So we ask the universe, especially in the case of when there is an adverse outcome to some of those protocols, those people that maybe in the upper echelons of that industry who follow faith practices that require rituals, sacrifices, is that what they intend or what they have offered up in the course of their product disbursement and outcomes for it? Well, we got a hard yes, that there are those in the upper echelon of that who, again, they do adhere to a practice that requires ritual sacrifice. And yeah, that's what, when there's especially when there's an adverse outcome, that is what they offer up, is those statistical sad outcomes as a power play, as a ritual sacrifice, as homage to what they honor and what they worship. Now, the recent past card was the Tower. Things are changing. People are accepting the possibility that even though we were told that those type of practices were archaic and from medieval times and no longer practiced, we are understanding that actually they're very active, and especially in the upper echelons of industry and society and politics. And so the truth is coming out, and people are starting to, the collective consciousness is becoming aware that what we were trying to be programmed to believe was old-fashioned and gone for hundreds of years is actually still being practiced today, and in the same way it was then. And so that we had that. Now, looking forward, the truth is they're going to battle it and fight it. But the five say that battling, the truth coming out, people knowing, people realizing that those who formerly considered themselves to be untouchable and of an echelon that never had accountability. They're going to fight that, but the truth is coming out. And there are, thank God, there are those who cannot be bought by this industry. And that's really good to see. The Queen of Swords, pardon me, Wands showed up. She's a truth teller. So the truth is still going to be spoken. It's going to be spoken more widely. And ultimately, it's going to be a victory for humanity as we start moving into remedies and protocols that truly are designed to heal and provide good health and not a lifetime of being a customer. So, to the woman who put forth that question, it was a good question, and the universe confirmed it. And so, yeah, it was a resounding yes that that is sort of those who um, have a faith practice that wants those sort of things. That's what they're using those statistics for. So that's it for this video and this exploration, and I thank you for going down that rabbit trail with me. Appreciate you very much. If you'd like to be a subscriber, I'd love to have you, and you might have to resubscribe several times because my numbers get tweaked. It's not me. All I can do is laugh at it and just say I'm going to keep doing what I do no matter what. So again, I would love to have you be subscribe to my channel, and hopefully you'll check back in again. And in the meantime, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Until next time, bye.